This is Stephen McHugh reporting for Unique Dyslexic iRadio.
Hello, it's Steve McHugh here for Unique Dyslexic I. Welcome to Series 2, Episode 1 of Unique Dyslexic I. In today's episode, I've been going through a period of self-reflection about the last series of shows to see what needs to be changed up, to look at what positives came from the show and just what needs to be changed to make it into a better show. I find self-reflection is a good tool for enabling me to do that. I always go through a period of self-reflection with all the students that I work with, neurodiverse, disabled and dyslexic. A great way of analysing your performance and looking at ways to enable you to do things that you need to do more effectively. Secondly, I've got some great news from the Disability Union about Disability Pride Month, which blew me away when I found out about it. And I also want to talk about a little award that my organisation, Dyslexia Pathways Kick, won completely out of the blue. And then there is a final thing about Wednesdays. Something's going to be happening on a Wednesday from now on, which I think you'll find interesting to know about. Finally, there's going to be a little bit of a call to action. And really all I want to do is to try and encourage listeners, if you're dyslexic, if you're disabled, if you're neurodiverse, why not get involved with the show in some way or form? If you're a musician and write music and play music, I'll play your music. If you're a poet or a writer and have something to share, you can send a recording of it and send it to me and I will play it on my show. If you just have something you'd like to share, something you'd like to say about dyslexia, neurodiversity or disability, just get in contact with me. My email is Steve, STEVE _McHugh @hotmail.com. Right, so now let's get on with the show. Thank you very much.
This is Stephen McHugh reporting for Unique Dyslexic iRadio.
Hello, Steve McHugh here, speaking for Unique Dyslexic I. It's my first live show for, must be about a month and a half. Reason for that being I've just been really busy with other things. My students were having exams, so I was doing a lot of support with that at university. And I had my brother here, one of my brothers here for a while, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, and so that was taking up a lot of my time. So I thought I'd come on and just to say one of the things I wanted to talk about was my first series of Unique Dyslexic I, which I think went pretty well. We had over 2,000 views and lots of positive feedback from people, which was really good. And I think some of the takeaways that I got from it were this. One of them was I was doing it very ad hoc, as and when I felt necessary. I felt I could do them, when really what I need to be doing is set days. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Wednesday as a set day for a podcast, and so Dyslexia Wednesdays or Neurodiversity Wednesdays is going to be how it's going to work from now on. I'll either do a live show or a short podcast or a long podcast, depending on how things go. I think probably I'm going to do 3 or 4 short ones, 5, 10, 15 minutes, and then one long one, which is about half an hour, which includes the music and the interviews and things. So the first thing I'm going to say is, if you're a dyslexic or neurodiverse musician and you have recorded stuff that's not copyrighted, of course, then I'm quite happy to promote and play your music on the channel, as I've been doing in the past, from Ian McHugh, Ross Cooper and Bex, who have all been contributing music to the channel, and it's all been very good, fantastic music. So if you're a musician, a poet, if you have something to say and would like to have it on the show, if you'd like to be interviewed, maybe we can interview you. I've still not quite worked out how to do that yet, but hopefully that will happen. Just contact me on Steve, STEVE _McHugh MCCUE @hotmail.com. That would be cool. Some news going on. One of my blogs, I've left a link to it on Facebook here, and I was contacted by the Disability Union. They requested or wanted to use one of my blogs to open their Disability Awareness Month, which was really fab. I'm really chuffed about that. Really shocked, surprised that somebody would want to do that. But yeah, Disability Awareness Month is still going on, still needs to be done, because disability awareness still needs to be promoted. We still need to get together and work together to promote disability in a positive way. That's the Disability Union. You can look them up online. They're pretty easy, they've got a pretty high profile online. So if you just put in the Disability Union, you should get something up from them. Get on their Facebook or on their internet site. As I said, I posted a link there on the on my channel here. The other thing is that we won I won an award, I'm not sure which, won a prestige award for the best dyslexia support company in Scotland, which was fab. It's only a small award, but it is an award, and it's good to get something for, to show for what the work you do. So again, it's something that I'm really quite pleased about. There will be like a little award show apparently in September in Edinburgh. Maybe, depending on COVID. Of course, everything is dependent on COVID. There'll be a little award show and presentations and all that kind of stuff going on. Hopefully that will happen. I think it's late September, which would be good. So at least we can say we've got an award, prestige award. Yay! Fantastic. As I said before, I've been trying to learn the lessons from my last series of podcasting. I'm going to start series 2 in about a week or so. And as I said before, we're going to have I think it's going to be a Neurodiversity Wednesday, when a podcast or a live show or a blog will go up on a regular basis. It's not to say there will not be other things going on. My blog, sometimes I post 3 or 4 or 5 times a week with my blog. Anyway, that was inspired, as well as the podcast and the broadcast. Again, I've got a link somewhere for that. I'll put a link up for my blog. My blog is, we're really quite near to 300,000 views, which is cool. Again, I thank everybody who's followed me, who subscribed to the channel. As with our YouTube channel, all you got to do really is put in Unique Dyslexic I or Steve McHugh Dyslexia as a search, and you should be able to get up there. What I should really do is put a list of these social media things on the show, really, and goes to show how ill prepared I am. But as I said before, what I'm doing here is your show. It's not really my show. So if you have anything you want to say, anything you want to share regarding dyslexia and neurodiversity, please contact me and we'll see if we can get you on the show. The musicians that I use, they send me their music via the internet on an MP3 file or whatever, and again, what I can then do is just use my Adobe Audition software and make the show. So please just get in contact. My email is Steve, STEVE _McHugh, MCCUE at hotmail.com. That would be fab if you could do that. The other thing is that in my last live show, I talked a little bit about my interest in space, and I have to thank Carolyn Cruikshank Gray, who contacted me after that and basically gave me a telescope that she had that wasn't being used, the Celestron telescope. It's quite a big thing, and I want to thank her for that. That was really nice of her. Finally, what I'd like to know, I want to ask you a question about what kind of things interest you. What hobbies have you got? What music do you like? What poet do you like to read? What book do you like to read? Just to let us know what it is you're doing out there. And hopefully if you share that, you might be able to get other people, it might encourage other people to take up something new. With all this COVID going on, it does impact on our mental health. It does impact on our well-being. And I think one of the ways that helps me is my interest in astronomy, my interest in music, doing the podcasts, keeping myself busy, learning new things. I think these things help me keep my mood from going too low, and help me with my mental health. So I think that's all I want to say today. A little bit short, I know, but I was asleep about 15 minutes ago, and I only just woke up in time to do this. I'd just been really tired. The other thing I do is my allotment, of course. If you know me, you know I do my allotment. So I've been starting to harvest potatoes and onions and garlic and stuff like that. One of the things I think that maybe underestimated is that doing things like physical activity, even though we might not feel like doing it, is a good way of boosting your mental health and your self-esteem. Some people like to run, some people like to swim. I don't mind swimming, I don't mind running, but I much prefer my allotment. It's much more peaceful. I can take my own time. I can sit and take nice photographs. I've got a nice one of a white-tailed bumblebee that came and rested on the bench next to me the other day, and a robin as well. So these things that help us with our mental health, anything that helps us with our mental health is something that we must try to get involved with. And if you have a suggestion about that, again, just contact me on and want to share it, please contact me on Steve, STEVE_McHugh at hotmail.com. So I'll say that once more. If you have any activity that you enjoy doing that for relaxation that helps you with your mental health, no matter how silly it is or how serious it is, why don't you share it with my listeners? And you never know, it might help somebody. Okay, so that's enough from me. I'm just going to say, as I normally say for all this, it's peace, love, and my old man dancing grooviness to everybody out there. You all stay safe, keep well, and look after yourselves. Bye.
This is Stephen McHugh reporting for Unique Dyslexic iRadio.